Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we'll be going through the Collingwood vs Gold Coast game, in which, yes, it did happen a good, almost a week ago, I'd say now. I think it happened on the Thursday or the Friday. We're just catching up all those as we've gone through and done yesterday, all the big videos about team reveals and stuff like that, even though I've already changed my team, but we'll get to that probably in a later video anyway in this week. But let's just jump straight into this recap here. Benici did really well when this happened, this game. She went 112, had 28 touches, 9 tackles, 2 free kicks for, 3 against. So she does give away quite a few free kicks. I'm pretty sure most of them were holding the ball, but she's got the perfect role. The only problem with her, and much like the whole Collingwood team in general, is just they don't have enough players. They're all like injury prone. It's just crazy. Like they use Ruby Schleicher in the midfield, but I think that role's going to be taken back once they get Brie Davey back. I think also, is it not Tiny White? It's Michaela Can, I want to say. Let's actually go to Collingwood Women's Injury List. Let's go here. Let's go latest. It'll be here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Is it? Week 6. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Michaela Can is available after a knock to the shoulder. Benici is to be assessed. Butler is potentially returning, so she's potentially an option off of Dana Finn next week. For those that still have Dana Finn, me included. Brie Davey is a test. Imogen Evans a test. Amber Shute as well is a test. She as well is another one that you could potentially grab up next week if she does score really well, because I'm pretty sure she does have a really good score that she missed. Will be assessed. I don't think she'll play necessarily next week, but she'll play the week after. And then obviously, because it had to, we had the Grace Campbell injury, which, as you see here, she did have a horrific game. But anyway, that's Benici injury walked through. I will need to complete contact training is quite a rough one. It's not just saying getting through actual training unscathed. So it looks like she may potentially miss, but we don't know exactly yet. We find that out on Thursday, and this is being recorded on a Wednesday. Tiny White, 102, came back from her suspension and has had a really good impact for Collingwood. 13 touches, 4 marks, 10 tackles and 2 goals. She just filled up pretty much the whole stat sheet. Even got a really good differential on the free kicks, which is good to see. Sarah Rowe, 19 touches, 2 marks, 5 tackles, a 78. And if I want to it's probably actually a good thing to do this now, is to bring up their CBAs for Collingwood, even though we know, as I've been talking about with Collingwood, and also to a certain point, Sydney, they're 2 of the most volatile midfield mixers. You'll see here, look at this. You can see this is the game in question. You've got Ruby Schleicher now, complete mid-roll. You have also Ramos and Imogen Barnett. Barnett doing the ruck foil to Frederick. And then you have Tiny White, who's basically, you can see the mid-time taken there. And then you've got Ken, basically whenever Benici isn't in there. So Ramos is the 4th midfielder, Ken sort of the 5th. And you've got the top 3 mids of Benici, White, and also Ruby Schleicher. And now putting that into perspective, what's going to happen this week, I suspect Brie Davey gets named. I also suspect Benici doesn't get named, so I just think those 2 get swapped. But if Benici does get named and Davey get named, then I would suspect we see Ruby Schleicher's goes down to probably this, I would say. As I do think that they will try and wane Davey back into it. I think she'll probably sit in the 65 or so range, which will give a Ruby Schleicher some time. I also think they'll give Ramos some time, but that's sort of that argument there. Allen, 70, she looked really good down back. I think she was on kick-ins, I want to say. Let me actually bring up another tab of this and bring up the kick-ins for that. Kick-ins, I'm pretty sure, or was it Sansonetti that's on kick-ins for Collingwood? Let me just double check that. Sorry, Livingston it would be. Sansonetti was on a couple early. Schleicher, no. Cronin 1. Geordie Allen not actually on kick-in. So she's just getting her points directly from around the ground, which is a little bit dangerous. Ruby Schleicher in the midfield works a little bit better. Had 17-5 and a goal. Ramos had 8 tackles. She's a pretty good tackler. Just needs to get that tog up, but that midfield is a whole mess. So I have actually decided to trade her out in all the chaos that was last night. I got home at like 6:30 or something like that and had 20 odd minutes to redo the trades because of this one down here. Race Campbell, that injury report, thanks to, I forgot who it was that tagged me in that, but yeah, we got that injury report and I decided to trade out. But yeah, so I no longer have Schleicher and Ramos in my side. I don't know if I have any Collingwood players in my side anymore. But yeah, both of them looked really good in their respective roles, I should say. Eliza James, 62. Cronin, 57, I believe. If we just go to Cronin, I'm pretty sure she's at like 450 or something now, isn't she? 607, went up 120k. She's an absolute star. And those last 2 weeks where she's gone bang, bang. If you had picked her up on the double, I think you would have got her at about 300k. And now she's just gone bang, bang. And now she's made a heap load of cash. And that's huge for those that have grabbed her. Kane, 52, coming back. She'll have more talk if she is available, which she is, as we went through. Brasendale Frederick, 46, she's really slowed down. Mim Strom has just absolutely taken the ruck by storm, and anyone who had her to start have absolutely profited. Ingram, Livingston, Porter, Barnett, Ivy, Blair, Taylor, Campbell as well. We saw injury, plus also playing the half-forward role, just get her out. And I was lucky enough to get Gabby O'Sullivan, who hopefully she can get through the second game of the game week, who went really well last night. But yeah, Grace Campbell did her job in her double, but outside of that, it's been pretty poor. Atkinson and then Clark. Then we move over to Gold Coast, and Lucy Single with 31 touches, 10 tackles. She's actually been really, really starring. I remember having her a lot last year in the forward line when she had the tagging role, and we were just so happy with 60s, much to what I was expecting out of like Campbell and stuff like that, and like Huntington, who I have, and like, you know, those 60 forwards, those almost 60 defenders that you're like, that's fine, you're not burning much points. Charlie Rowbottom, 19 touches, 4 marks, 4 tackles, 93, that's fine. Daisy Darcy, 14 touches, 7 tackles, and 75. One thing I did like that I saw, I believe, for tonight's game is Daisy Darcy on ball, so that probably profits her a little bit more, and hopefully she can keep up with Webster, who went pretty well last night. Kevitt with a 57, she seems to somehow just keep on putting up scores for some reason. I don't exactly know why. She doesn't have the necessarily role, but sometimes you have a couple that just slip through the role crack and seem to be able to score in a pretty horrific role, much to similar of, I think, the likes of Dylan Moore in the AFL men's. Georgia Clayton with a 56, Laura Bella 53. The rucks sort of cancelled each other out, to be honest with you, as well as the secondary rucks. They all combined for roughly about 160 points across the 4 of them, which is about 40 each or so. Fitzpatrick, Barwick, DePoy, Gervan, Wilson, McLaughlin, Bohanna, Fullerton, Stanton, and then you get down to Whitford, who was dominating the game early and then had to get out. What did she do? Was it a concussion or was it a hamstring? I forget, with all the injuries that are just being caught left, right, and centre. Let me actually just go to this. Gold Coast Suns injury list. That's not going to be the right one. That's the men's. Let me give you the women's AFLW injury updates. Whitford, concussion. Yeah, okay, it was a concussion. It wasn't a hamstring. Hamstring was the Carney, Amy McDonald ones. Yeah, see, they're all blending into one now that there's been that many injuries, and I've caught so many of them. Then Bran Casasano, I butchered that name, but that's a tough one. Moya, Randall, Darcy Davies, and McCrossan. And that pretty much is the recap there, going through all of them. I don't think, obviously, it being delayed in the week, and with the no edit function, these can almost become a little bit meaningless because a lot of these players are already locked in. I know I already have my 3 trades effectively locked in because of the edit trade function. With no edit trade, I can't just roll back any of the 2 trades I have. So I'm pretty much locked in for the week. But anyway, that is the video. If you did go on to enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I will see you guys in the next recap. Bye guys.